Boom.
Oh God, we're all making all sorts of noises. We're live. Hello.
Yes.
Yay, we're all here.
What up?
Yo.
The AEW Dynamite post show Dirt Sheet Radio presents. These are your lovely hosts. These will be your more regular hosts. Introduce yourself, my friends. And I guess starting from the Caesar, who's right next to my face.
I went first this time. I'm going first. Last time was I'm gonna try.
Yes, sir.
All right. Hey guys, I'm Caesar or NoobTube on social media, on Twitter or X, whatever we call it this week, and all that kind of good stuff. And I hope you guys enjoy hanging out with us and talking about that awesome episode of Dynamite. Over to you, Neek.
All right.
Well, what's up? Y'all already know who I am. I'm Nick Laracco. I'm going to be on the podcast tomorrow morning for when you listen to that. But aside from that, yeah, I'm representing all of the D&D nerds on there. Like I said right here, my controversial statement, Echo Knight Fighter, best subclass. I don't care what anyone else says.
In a tank top, overdressed for tonight, I might add.
I tend to be.
Would you go ahead, Richard?
Well, hey, everyone. Richard, a.k.a. Vaping with Twist 420 here. And I am excited about tonight's Dynamite because it was a good episode, and I am definitely ready to get into it. And hey, everybody, how's y'all doing? Everybody doing good?
And finally, Gary in the corner.
Yeah, what's going on there, everybody that's
he's
tuning in? Am I really that loud? I do apologize. Hold on, let me turn it down some. There we go.
A little bit.
Just a teeny bit.
He wants to get.
Check out the chat. Good evening,
Came in
Randy.
Randy.
I like it.
Evidently, I did.
He's excited. He's a good Dynamite, huh?
I get into it.
I mean, it was a good Dynamite, but damn,
I had fun with it. I had fun with this episode. I thought there was some stuff. There was some people had a lot of issues with some things, though. We'll get to that. But that main event, and I guess with the main event, we'll just kick off with some Continental Classic, some C2 talk. No, I should say normally I wouldn't be hosting the Dynamite show or being with you guys, but I have the time. So I'm here. I'm here with the boys. I wanted to hang out and talk about Dynamite.
At this point, we forced Greg in here.
you know what? You know why he stayed around, you guys. It's because Timeless Tony Storm was there tonight. That's why.
Timeless Tony Storm would keep me around every time.
All right, we gotta get our filters going, black and white only. Grayscale.
Yeah.
Continental Classic, though. The main event: John Moxley versus Mark Briscoe. A little bit of an overrun. I wonder if that was planned or if that was just poor planning.
Poor planning. That was so poor planning. Holy smokes.
I don't know. I mean, it could be that it was designed that way, but usually they give you the heads up, like, set your DVRs. We're doing an overrun.
We're in picture. We're sticking with the match.
RIP everybody who is at work and doesn't know.
My DVR cut off. Sorry.
It was a great match, though, man. What'd you guys think?
Oh, it was a wicked match. Holy,
that was good. I loved seeing those two. It was very interesting and odd seeing Mark Briscoe and Moxley together, but I enjoyed it. Very brutal, very hard hitting match. It's really nice. It's really nice.
Yeah,
You
they
know, one thing
no, you
one
go
thing I
ahead,
like
Gary.
about Mark Briscoe, you know, even though the unfortunate passing of Jay, like my biggest concern is, you know, let's see how he can do just on himself because of the unfortunate passing of Jay. But man, the guy just can put on a really, really, really good match.
Yeah.
You know, his first round matchup against Moxley, I think it fits both of their styles, and it made it special for that main event.
For sure. Vic, you have any thoughts about this main event tonight?
Man,
John
you got the
Bentley.
best of both worlds in there. You know what I mean? You got like the best from like the Blackpool Combat Club mixed in with just one of the all-around greats from Ring of Honor. So I love the fact that we have, you know, Briscoe in there representing the Ring of Honor side of the tournament.
I think one thing about Mark Briscoe for me is that coming up in Ring of Honor, Jay was always like the main event Briscoe for me, and Mark was like the one under Jay. So it's been different seeing him step up like this. Like he's really stepped into that role, man. He's really represented the Briscoes in a way that
For sure.
I don't know if I want to say I didn't expect, because I always knew he was a great wrestler, but damn, he's really stepped up. Like,
he stepped up to the plate when like they needed him to the most, and yeah, he hasn't let it down one bit. He felt like he belonged in the main event.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably doing it for Jay too. A lot of us doing. You know, Jay wanted him to go out there and do his best, and you know, sadly, it was Jay that kind of inadvertently, well, yeah, really held him back with the controversy from a while back. It's a shame that Jay had to pass for Mark to get on AEW TV, but it is what it is. He might be motivated by his brother. Go out there and put on a damn good show. He did. It was a great match. Fantastic.
It was.
We also had Swerve versus Jay Lethal.
Oh, that was good.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That's how you open a show.
Yeah.
I was sleeping on Jay Lethal, man. What's up with that?
Here's the problem.
Elizabeth, Richard, be careful.
No, let me know, because people are really shitting on him.
No. Look. Here's the problem. I'm not saying I love Jay Lethal. Absolutely love him. Love the work he's done. And I love Swerve, obviously. I was excited to see them together, but as soon as I saw the matchup, I knew Jay Lethal was losing. And why I say that is because since day one, bringing Jay Lethal in, he's been a jobber. He won a few matches on Dark, but they have jobbed that poor man out, and I think Jay Lethal deserves better. That's all I'm saying.
I can get that. I understand that. I think that because of the way they booked him, they maybe makes his matches less interesting on TV, because you kind of just know he's gonna lose every time.
Exactly.
Remember too, when they signed him, it was on pay-per-view. They made him a real big deal when they first signed him, and now it seems like they've almost booked themselves into a corner with him. He's basically, I feel like, what Jeff Jarrett should be. That spot for Jeff Jarrett, honestly.
Oh no! Oh man, I wouldn't want to see Jeff Jarrett in this tournament. I'm glad that it wasn't.
No.
Let me say, for the record, by the way, this is the first time in years, if not decades, that I have myself appreciated the work of Jeff Jarrett.
For sure. I agree, actually.
True. I slept on him as a kid, but I've been appreciating him a lot lately.
Absolutely. Same here, man.
I mean, he's really making, you know, AEW when it comes to their, you know, their big time feel. Yeah, people can say what they want about attendance, but they're getting into those buildings that they, you know, that maybe will actually give them better revenue and such. And I do thank Jared for that, because what he has is, you know, with his current role in AEW. So I think it's good. To counter what Richard was saying, if I could be totally honest, I do agree with Richard's point of views with Jay Lethal. I'm a big fan of Lethal. I loved him since ROH, Impact Wrestling, or TNA at that time. I'm hoping this means Jay Lethal could slowly steer away from Jarrett and company, because Richard, didn't we have this talk a few days ago when we were recapping Full Gear that he needs to go back to do the Black Machismo gimmick? He trademarked that. Come on, now,
let me tell you something. Let me tell you, there was two times that I thought that they were maybe Jay Lethal was going to get a push. When he got tired of it and turned heel, I was like, okay, he's about to start beating people via cheating, and he did to an extent. but when it came to top guys, he wasn't getting the wins. And then, like we were saying, when we heard that there was a patent for the Black Machismo, I was like, oh shit. If he's going to start that back up, he might go on a straight win streak, maybe grab TNT title. Who knows? But it didn't happen either time, and I was sad both times.
Yeah. Well, thankfully, it's not elimination style in this tournament either.
Yeah,
So-
no,
True.
I agree.
Thank
I
goodness.
agree.
I like that about this. Yes.
That's an excellent thing. This is how many round robin tournaments have there been on American Pro Wrestling television in history? Because I was looking back and I can't
Zero?
think.
I just
can't
think of like
many.
NXT maybe.
Have
No,
they done round robin?
No, I don't think
They-
so.
No.
They did. Didn't they do one recently with some of the European wrestlers?
Oh, they're doing one now. God, the NXT people are going crazy. The Heritage Cup.
Oh shit.
Hey, NXT team, I got you guys. I got you guys.
I'm sorry.
Somebody studied.
Jeez. You
Well,
don't
when Dar doing his thing, it's. Ugh.
you don't expect to have to study NXT when you're doing the AEW post show, so I apologize.
Usually,
Shout
shout
out
out
to
one and not
one-
the other.
Jay Briscoe and Roosh, though, they beat the shit out of each other.
Briscoe.
Damn.
I mean, Jay White.
Jay White, God, I got
Jay
Briscoe, Jay
Briscoe.
Briscoe
I
on
wish.
the mind.
Oh shit. R.I.P.
R.I.P. But Jay White versus Roosh, they beat the
That was a
shit out
good
of each
one.
other. Yeah,
That was
they
a
did.
hell of a good one. Holy shit.
It was a great
Challenge.
match. I like Roosh wrestling anytime I see him. He wrestles so stiff and so aggressive. It's like anybody who has to face him knows, like, fuck, I got to put in some work tonight. Like, we got to, they're lacing my boots up tight.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a cold bath after and lots of medicine. It's gonna hurt like
Yeah.
shit.
Ice bath time.
You can always tell Roosh is hitting hard when Jay White escalates afterwards. Like he got hit and he was like, "Oh shit! Like this is what we're doing tonight." Oh, okay.
I noticed too, Jay White was just covered in red too from just all the hits by Roosh.
Jay White sells well too. I don't know if that
Yeah.
gets noted well enough, but he really makes you think like, damn, his opponent is beating the shit out of him. He's a good seller.
He won with that good old dick kick.
I mean,
Legendary
Good old
finish.
kick.
Tofu.
Yeah, I said in the chat, if it can stop Vegeta, it can stop Roosh.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
And Baki always works. Historically.
I kind of thought Roosh would get a win there, but I'm having a fun time with this, like with the whole Continental Classic concept. Like I enjoyed all three matches that we had tonight, and I'm looking forward to that. The gold division is cool, man, but that blue division, that blue league,
Looks pretty nice.
oh,
Looks
shit.
pretty
So,
nice.
okay, I actually got a question since we're all here for this one.
Yeah.
And the chat can agree with this one too. You guys earlier were saying that you think that's going to be Swerve versus insert name here, and then some of you said later on Swerve versus Danielson.
mhm.
Now, do you guys still say it's going to be Swerve versus a certain person? Or are you guys thinking second guessing your second name from like the blue division?
No,
I still think Swerve and Daniels.
I still think Swerve is
Yeah.
gonna win. Yeah.
They-
No, I know. I agree. Swerve, yes, I agree. Like that, like, he's doing work.
fire.
No, yeah, he's putting like
He
pedal to
swerves
metal
when he drives.
No, you
And
know, yeah.
That part aside,
Shit so
Aside.
hard, bro. I hope they do it when I go in December. I'm gonna be dancing my ass off in the standing up there.
Even if they don't, do it anyways.
Yeah, I'll do it anyway. Like,
No, don't worry.
randomly. Do it on Jericho's entrance.
I feel like
Whatever I become.
Judison!
Jericho to the crowd. Like, what the hell is this guy doing?
this guy's been swerving all night.
Yeah, why won't he stop swerving? Go see if he's on drugs. Get him out of here.
Where's
Richard, you just made the list.
Richard,
Neek, let me do it properly for you.
Yes. He had the pen
That's-
ready to
that's
go
pretty
for that
good.
one. You were waiting
That's
for
pretty
this.
good.
Caesar.
Yeah, yeah.
I was
made the
about to
list.
say Richard had a little bit of the bubbly.
That's all he's been drinking all
Oh
day.
yeah,
Just the
real
bubbly.
quick, I want to give a shout out to Juan Pablo from Chile. Thank you for tuning in. We're international boys.
Oh yeah,
There he is.
oh yeah.
Okay.
We love it. We love to see
Pablo,
it.
my man.
Yeah,
Oh,
That's Pablo.
Castlevania Symphony of the fantastic game, one of the best.
This Pablo
absolutely.
Swerve.
Classic.
That's why the live is always fun because you got a lot of people who watch afterwards on the ride home and stuff, or on the ride to work, the Dynamite the morning after. But
yeah, they watch it and they swerve while they drive.
I hope not. I don't endorse this message, but
we endorse the dance.
I'm just saying that's what's happening.
By Swerve Strickland. Fuck. I saw a lot of people online tonight complaining. I mean, I don't just want to say complain. They were really, really bothered by this MJF stuff. He comes.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh my god. Let's get into it.
Yeah, get into it.
Yeah, explain, please.
So, we all saw the segment. MJF comes out and Samoa Joe. MJF comes out with Adam Cole. They're all brochachos and everything, and then we get a devil laugh.
Tease.
And a tease, a small tease. If the devil comes on video, he laughs, he disappears, voice. And then Samoa Joe comes out. Right? At this point, people were already like, "That sounds like Jungle Boy. I would hate that to be Jungle Boy."
Oh my gosh! Some people need to lay off.
I thought,
did that sound like Jungle Boy?
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it.
Holy mother of voice filters! That did not sound a single thing like anyone.
Yeah, exactly. I thought they messed with the voice anyway. I heard it distorted. Yeah. Like I thought it was a distorted voice. So, but no, people are so scared. They're like pre-coping. They're just like, it's you cope ahead up, just in case.
No matter who it is, if it's not like either like Jesus Christ or CM Punk, it's gonna be a difficult road forward.
I don't think they should change the path. Just do the Adam Cole thing. Don't try to do a swerve because it's never gonna work. Like nothing's gonna work here.
The only thing I could see that would be a weird one is if they did like how was it like in the 90s where Vince McMahon did the whole "It's me, Austin," and it was like him looking at the screen. That would be so weird. I'm not saying
about Tony Khan under the
Tony Khan.
It'd be like MJF looking up at a video of himself, that kind of thing. Like it'd be like the weirdest.
I would kill my. No, I can't even say
I miss John when he's gone.
Unalive as the Terminators.
I would end my existence.
I would take my monitor and chuck it out a window.
Burn every belt I have.
No, I would hate that with a burning passion.
We got. No, but I mean the
show hasn't been canceled yet.
We're still here, right?
Yeah,
we're still kicking.
We're still alive. I didn't finish what I was saying, but I agree with Matt. That Adam Cole's promo tonight kind of made me feel like he was manipulating MJF into defending his title again. Like he
could see that.
Yeah.
The same thing at the pay-per-view too. He keeps trying to manipulate him in different ways. Manipulate the situation.
Adam.
True story. My brother's name is Adam. I'm dying to buy him that shirt.
Oh, you gotta fuck with him.
I'm wondering why this person wants me to get my ass beat in Japan for impersonating a man.
What the
fuck? You can save height as him at least?
The crap out of me. His neck is the size of my body. I would be horrified.
This is
scared. Neck.
I'd be very scared to be walking around in Japan claiming to be Ishii.
This is him buying t-shirts.
Oh, man. You can't edit shit when you're live, man.
This is our first Dynamite episode, and that's probably the weirdest question we're ever going to get, suggestion we're ever going to get.
We're just waiting. No, we're just waiting.
John, fuck it. Surprise him.
You know what?
Fan service time.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will.
It's back.
No, one of these days we're gonna get the comment from somebody from a random viewer. Is so and so single? There we go.
No, those are just you projecting your hopes.
You
put those things away.
They want to make that Caesar salad.
Buddy. I hope it works out.
No, it's not gonna work.
Okay, but moving on, the MJF thing. He gets in the ring. Him and Adam Cole. Adam Cole manipulates him into the devil situation, into defending his title against Joe 1-on-1. Joe basically is like, "You belong to me." It was like weird jail vibes. I was like, "Damn."
It was a little sus. It was.
I think MJF has to hold his pocket from now on. I think that's the protocol. I think that's how that works.
Should have kissed him.
I think you should have kissed him.
It's a
Oh,
real
no.
kiss me.
Whoa.
Pause.
What is happening here, man?
Canceled.
This is stupid. It's over. We're out of
We've
there.
devolved. This
It only took 20 minutes. This has been off the rails.
the Dynamite post show is for the degenerates.
Literally exploded.
Well, we'll see you next year.
Yeah.
Ever.
There were people complaining about this being too sports entertainment and too much Days of Our Lives and promo drama.
On a serious note, though, if I had Joe as a buddy who watched my back, I'd be kind of feeling protected, to be honest.
You got an absolute
Fuck
tank
yeah.
back in your
He's a
life.
big guy.
Yeah.
He's a big guy.
right.
And he can
He
fly.
seems
And he can
aggressive. He seems aggressive. I met him once.
No shit.
I used to.
Damn.
I hate talking about this, but I used to
Oh,
train.
tell us.
I used to train to wrestle for a little while.
Aw.
It was a fun
Big-
time. It was a
What's your
fun
wrestling name gonna be?
year. I don't know if I would have got in. I don't know if I would have
Yeah.
made something up, like some corny shit. I would have been one of those boring indie
Bro,
wrestlers that does 8,000 different kinds of suplexes, and it would have took me 20 years, but I would have made it somewhere.
You would have made it to a dark match at least, I'm sure.
I'd have been a journeyman.
There you go.
What you call it?
John
On his
450.
grave, they would have put he was a good hand.
I would have used my own name.
To the
I'd
stars.
simply use my last name. I'd shave my head bald. I wear black trunks. I'd do a lot of suplexes. What do you want from me?
His finisher would be a 450 splash.
Fuck yeah. Every
Yeah,
time.
break
Or
my
shooting
fucking
star
420
press.
splash, John.
That was the end. That's my legacy. I was a good hand, and then I tried a 450 splash.
That's the epitaph right there. I was a good hand than the 450.
And then he died. No,
Jobber
Holy
to the heavens now.
crap.
I met Samoa Joe at a seminar. I trained with him. He was a very nice guy.
Nice.
bet.
I thought he was very aggressive though. He teach you how to kick. But the point is he's a big scary dude, and I thought this promo was believable. I thought Samoa Joe.
Were you intimidated through the TV? Just osmosis?
I thought I had a little trauma. I thought I had a little PTSD back when I saw him screaming at MGF. I was like,
I gotta go.
just get out.
So he did
Just get out. Why am I jittery? Just get out.
Let me tell you something.
I can't stop
Let me
shaking.
tell you something. It's probably been stated before, but I'd like to state it again. Tonight was a good example. Joe is great on the mic.
He is. He absolutely
fantastic
is.
on the mic. You
Oh, no,
believe
he's-
what he says.
He scares the crap out of you.
That's one thing about Joe. He has a cadence. He's real. It feels real. Like it doesn't feel like he's coming out here and he's reading a script or he's telling you a story. He came out here to beat your ass, to beat the shit out of you, and he's gonna let you know that he's gonna beat the shit out of you. I had
He's
a
upfront
friend.
about it too.
I had a friend tell me he was mad that the heel. Why did the heel want MJF at 100%? Like he should have fucking taken a title shot right when he had the chance. And what do you guys think about that? Because I have my own thoughts.
I just want to say real quick, it was a pretty standard thing. I hate it that he said, "I want the full you. I want the best you." It's like it's just been said so many times, like that specific thing. Of like, I want the best you, 100%, yada yada. But yeah, it is kind of strange for a heel to say it. It seems like you
I
like
want
smack him
the
around,
best you.
try to break his leg.
The best you. I want you to do your makeup. I want you to get a shape up. I want you to look good. I want you to
Dinner's
get
at 5
the best
o'clock.
boots. Get a little cosplay costume on. I want the
Eyeliner.
best you.
Here.
The best
I'll
you.
even pay for it.
Send a limo.
We'll go on a night on the town, you and me. I'll make sure you're well taken care of.
I thought, yeah. See, I thought that this idea applies if all the heels are the same person. That's that's my thing. Like, I don't think every heel should fall into a cookie cutter category. Like, just because he's done bad things, he hasn't created a pattern of taking advantage of wrestlers or jumping them behind their back or The most that he's cheated is like he used the belt to hit Wardlow, but that's like more of Joe beating somebody's ass. Like I'll just beat you with anything. Like I just hit you with the belt. You know, like that's not like
cheat. He did it to harm him.
Yeah, you know, like I think it'd be weird if he all of a sudden started the chicken shit heel stuff because he's been such a badass heel all this time. So I wasn't surprised by him saying that, or I didn't have a problem with that. What about you, Joe? Joe. I'm sorry, Gary. Gary or Caesar. What about you guys?
Yeah, honestly,
DJ Danny Ocean. What up, my brother?
No, I completely agree with you on that whole thing with Joe and his badass antics. They're not just the typical, run in, kick someone's head off, low blow or cheating stuff. It's like I'm here to, stir some shit up and basically throw down, and everyone essentially will crap their pants and be scared. Not, I don't know. That's just how I see it. Like that's how I see the whole thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, the one thing I like about Joe is, you guys said it right on the nose. Like when he talks, man, it gets right to the point. It tells a story, and that's what's so special about Joe. He turns any feud into something so fucking awesome. This is the Joe that I've always wanted to see. Now I guess the question that I have for you fellas, like, do you think he's actually going to take that title from MJF? Do you think it's going to be Wardlow? Who is actually going to take the title from MJF? I'm very curious to see if they actually pulled the trigger with Joe. If he would win it, honestly, I would not hate it at all. Like, this is the best Joe that I've seen in years. So,
agreed about Joe, 100%.
If I may, and this is just me being me,
you may.
I would say if Joe takes it, I take your side too. Yes, because Joe's done really good work. But if Wardlow takes it, I might throw my computer out the window.
Really?
Ooh, not
interesting.
feeling Wardlow, are we?
What's up with the Wardlow hate?
Well, like, it's not really hate. It's like they could do more with him to get his character not so green, I guess you could say. Because I've been watching him. Go on.
Go ahead, Caesar. I'm sorry, man. Yeah. I didn't mean to cut you off like that.
Okay, but basically, like, if with the whole thing with Wardlow is, it seems like all he's ever done in his matches is come in, stomp a mud hole in somebody, do the symphony, and then kind of talk to the crowd. Whereas I feel like he could do way more as a fighter, but he just kind of has stuck to like the same stuff for a little bit. That's just my take on that one, though.
Yeah, no. Wardlow needs a new gimmick.
See, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's Wardlow. A new gimmick change would, I think, do wonders for Wardlow's whole persona. You see what it's done for people. Tony Storm, Christian Cage when he became a heel. There's several instances in AEW where a new gimmick can take someone to the moon. He needs a new gimmick.
I don't even know what you would do with Wardlow now. I was actually worried that he was on his way out. I was like, he's signed. He signed in November of 2019, I want to say, and it's just about that time for contract season for Wardlow, and I haven't heard anything about him being re-signed. So that's interesting. I thought they were building towards a multi-man match at World's End. They had all these different challengers for MJF's title.
Right.
There still is time.
Exactly, Caesar. I was about to say, man, we got another few weeks ahead of us. Like, I think we're eventually going to see Wardlow in the mix too. And I do agree with Richard and Caesar. Like, I'm a big fucking Wardlow fan. Like, I've been a fan of his since I seen his promo, Double or Nothing 2019. I want to see what this guy can do more than just power bombs going out of the ring, cut a promo.
Exactly.
I want to see the rage that I've been seeing, cuts and vignettes like I've been seeing. Now let's see him actually in like 20-minute matches against perhaps Joe and MJF. Like,
Wardlow is a great wrestler. I'm not sure he needs to be in 20-minute matches, but maybe some 13, 14 minutes, you know.
something.
By the way, too, not even if you take a look at an example like Hobbs, not even let's say a gimmick change, but he's had a rehab on his push, and he's doing a lot better now. I think.
Oh, so better.
He got
Very
away
much.
from QT
Yeah.
Marshall. That was
That was something.
But then where the fuck, like, where is he?
All of those guys, even the Fletch, they were all gone.
The whole story was gone this week, and I guess that's because they were focused on the Continental Classic. They did show a highlight video for Kenny and Jericho becoming #1 contender for the tag title, but that seems to have put them, Jericho and Kenny, towards Ricky Starks and Big Bill. Who I assume
one of the issues that happens when you have a roster of like 200 plus people.
Yeah,
a lot of people.
I guess I assume that the Don Callis family will lay low until they cost Jericho and Kenny the title, but that kind of sucks. Like, why are we going back to that?
I need to catch them in my life.
I need to catch the in this tournament. How did we miss out?
I know. Why wasn't he in the tournament? That would have been perfect.
Yeah,
he had a great push this year.
Representative.
I mean, if I could be totally honest, I was thinking the same thing. There was a couple names that I was surprised, and Takashita was definitely one of them. You know, I think they're going to have something more with him right now with this story with Kenny. So I think that's why.
Oh goodness, is that
damn?
Oh, I was about to disagree with it, and then I was like,
Center more than NXT.
Well,
oh, but can I just say something from a minute ago before I forget? Because I will forget.
For sure.
As far as Samoa Joe and MJF at World's End, ideally, I think it'd be a good time to put the belt on Joe, give him a good run. You can let MJF lose and have a culmination of something or another with the Adam Cole story, because you can still, even if he has re-signed secretly with AEW, you can still push the narrative of 2024, the bidding war 2024. So him losing the belt at the end of the year and somebody crazy showing up at World's End to make him lose the belt or something, that I think that would be a good path for Joe being champion.
Richard, that's exactly why I personally do not think the main event at World's End needs Wardlow at all.
Right. Right. In that case, yeah. If that's how it goes, yeah, for sure.
Where do you guys stand on this idea that there's too much sports entertainment in AEW right now? The balance is off key, and they're leaning too heavy into one direction. Because as soon as this MJF, Wardlow, Adam Cole thing ended, we immediately got Danhausen, which is like double dose of sports entertainment in your face.
I love it. He's great.
Right up in there. But where do you guys, where do y'all stand on that? Too much sports entertainment up in here, or what?
I think AEW knows, like the sports entertainment has been one of the biggest scheme of things that, what's really making WWE succeed. Maybe they want to get that feel as well. I have no idea. I'm just like, with AEW, I think of like, something outside of the sports entertainment field for sure.
Yeah.
I think this was a cool way to bring Danhausen back personally. I had no issue with it, but man, I don't. Damn it, because the hardcore wrestling fan base is so involved with the sports entertainment more than Tony Khan's thing, which is wrestling. I don't know, man. It's very interesting to see AEW go to the entertainment field, but it gets AEW buzzing, which is crazy.
Yep.
I think it's suspicious how much sports entertainment stuff there's been since Jimmy Jacobs has been hired.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
But,
Did he produce that match against with Swerve and Adam Page?
I make no accusations. I'm just saying timing is interesting.
Mhm.
I don't know.
You do make a point, John.
But I believe that there's a place for it. I think there's a place for some of it. I don't think there should be too much of it on AEW TV because they were presented as the alternative. That was the whole thing. That was the whole thing. We're not a competition. We're the alternative. We want to bring back the lapsed wrestling fan. And then they were presenting all this other kind of wrestling and great storytelling on top of that. But now we're doing a lot of segments and skits. And I believe that we're leaning too far in the wrong direction. I don't think it's like doom and gloom. I don't think it's gonna die. I don't think the company's gonna collapse tomorrow. But I think there's a little bit too much of the bullshit, the play around bullshit, and maybe some of that is not just new people in creative. Maybe some of that is the kind of champion that MJF wants to be. Because I noticed in AEW, I talked about this on the podcast, that in AEW, the champions have kind of not guided their own stories, because Tony Khan has the last call forever. He is the man with the book, but the champion has a lot of say in the kind of stories the champion is going to be telling. And when the champion is a more experienced storyteller, the stories for the championship tend to be better. MJF is young. He hasn't had a lot of time in this kind of spot. And these kind of seem like the same kind of ideas he was presenting when he was lower on the card. But when he was lower on the card, it wasn't 30 minutes in the main event. So it wasn't like the main thing the show was built around. So now it kind of feels like the show is built around sports entertainment.
Well,
that's just my take.
You know what's funny about that, Sean, since we're talking about that entertainment feel? One of the segments that only lasted probably 5 minutes, Tony Storm. Like, that's entertaining. That's entertainment, but it really fits. You know, it really it's just really phenomenal work.
That's one of the better sides. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, Richard.
But that's the thing. That's the thing too. Like, because we're not even saying that the sports entertainment is bad. It's like it's not that the Joe MJF thing was bad. It's not that the Danhausen thing was bad. Some people may argue it was. I won't get into that with you. It's not that the Tony Storm thing was bad. It is that there was the MJF thing, the Tony Storm thing, and the Danhausen thing. That's the thing that people have an issue with. And I mean, maybe I have an issue with it a little bit.
I want to say, like, I could see why they would attempt to do it for more mainstream appeal. Everyone knows the core fan base of AEW loves the hardcore wrestling, the serious adult shit. But that might be Tony's idea of like, hey, let's see if we can get a little bit more mainstream appeal, see if we can cross over a little bit, take some of WWE's people. But at the same time, my problem, not with everything, lots like Tony Storm, they're doing it well. My problem with WWE as a whole, for the most part, and with some of the stuff on AEW, you can do something well, but it doesn't have to be corny. If it's something that's corny that you don't genuinely get a chuckle out of, you know, most people, it comes off as just filler.
Danhausen.
Leave my boy Danhausen out of this, all right?
Sorry, Richard. I got your back, man.
Oh no, I just have a cough. I have a cold. I'm sick. I might have.
It's medication.
Most of the stuff they're doing, I'm digging it. But like the MJF Cole stuff with the fucking 90s, buddy comedy feel to it. Some of that was pretty corny, but at least for the most part, I like AEW's corny more than when WWE tries it. Right?
And not only that, man, like sometimes you need to get a relief from all the action that AEW does. You need to have actually some ha-ha moments. Like you know what I mean? Like sometimes you need to balance out the feel because
true.
Like dare we say switch gears?
Yeah.
Because that's the thing too with tonight in particular, because you're coming off of one of their big pay-per-views, and on top of that you're in front of one of their main crowds and one of the main crowds for all of wrestling in Chicago. So you already have a hot crowd, and I don't mean to be biased, I am a Chicago guy, but being able to have that type of crowd that would give you guaranteed reactions to whatever your segments are, such as the delayed return of Danhausen, who now is finally back. Danhausen squad weird. And Danhausen. And then also being able to have that appreciation for those segments, like with Tony Storm and whatnot. And I think too that has its place within that realm of the sports entertainment side of it, because it helps establish her character, it helps build her up more.
Right.
And I think for tonight in particular, every sports entertainment-esque thing had a place on the show, in my personal opinion. And on top of that, it was well balanced tonight with all of the pure wrestling and sports-based action that we've had.
Yeah,
True.
I can agree
Open
with
with the hard match, close
I
with the
like it.
hard match.
Yeah.
You're right.
I like it.
That's
I thought putting MJF and Danhausen back to back made people feel made people feel it heavy. I'm just saying. You like you said, balance. You needed a break from
Exactly.
some wrestling. I needed a break from the damn sports entertainment.
Because like, look at
I
too,
feel
like
bad.
if you rewatch that like first year AEW stuff, that's why AEW appealed to me in 2019. Danny, my man, what's up? And I think being able to have that that mix of all these different styles of wrestling. Like, look at the pay-per-view. That's why people loved it, because they had, a fantastic death match. You had all of the different like tag team wrestling. You had like a variation of different women's wrestling styles. That's why AEW appealed to me back in 2019, was because it was so diverse and there was so much different wrestling coming together as one. And even it had elements of sports entertainment too, if you really watch it. I steer right at Cody.
Yeah, the Codyverse. Never forget the Codyverse.
Let's just think for a second that MJF and Jericho, while in the middle of a feud, did a whole full-on fucking musical.
But that's what I
Yes.
was saying about the MJF thing, is that he's
That
not,
shit was
it's
crazy.
not like it changed. It's not like he became a different wrestler. He's just got more room to tell that
He
kind of
likes that
story
shit.
now, because
He likes that
he's,
shit.
I mean, he's a WWE fan growing up. Like most of the people his age, WWE was the only thing on television for a lot of people, unless you're Gunther and you have taste.
Oh,
No.
Walter.
No, he was a great. He was a WWE fan growing up, and he has a lot of the influences. You've seen the pictures of his WrestleMania birthday party, and it's Jericho, and it's CM Punk, and it's all these 2009 to 2015 era WWE wrestlers. Like that's the style he grew up in. This cinema, this kind of storytelling he wants to tell, that's MJF, and he's got help with Tony Khan and the people in the back now. They're giving him that room, that 30 minutes. There's 20-minute segments. He used to just be the guy who showed up. He did the dance thing. He did that with Jericho. They did a program. They had one segment on, and then he disappeared for fucking 8-9 weeks. So I think that could be why people are feeling the load with this sports entertainment stuff. And then I think the Jay White match might have been like the explosion, the climax of that kind of MJF storytelling. I think a lot of people now are feeling like, damn, that was shit.
oh,
We just lost John.
the budget's gone. The budget's gone.
Someone doesn't want the truth to be told.
We're fine. We're
Tony
fine.
It's Vince in the truck.
Tony Khan man at it again.
Okay, real quick, fellas, I got a question.
Yeah.
We had the Anna J Sky Blue match tonight. Love
It
what Sky
happened.
Blues. Love what Sky Blues doing, but can what? I can't be the only one to think like Anna J's cool and all, but like,
Yeah.
she's kind of got some go away heat. She needs a gimmick change.
The whole Jericho Appreciation Society leftovers thing
remnants.
has
Gimmick change. I need Daddy Magic going solo, cutting crazy promos in a feud with Juice Robinson.
they're doing this.
Tony.
Was screaming.
They're doing this Romeo and Juliet thing.
That's very controversial and brave, Richard.
Thank you. Thank you.
Don't share the same opinions.
See, I do agree with Richard 110% on that, man. I mean, I've been a big NJ fan since Brody Lee recruited her,
Right.
Like, I kid you not. So, like I said in the chat earlier, my mother is probably one of the biggest NJ fans. Literally, when that match was over, she's like, I'm going to kill those bitches because they beat my girl.
Yeah.
I'm
And
like,
Jay's
calm down.
another-
It's just wrestling. Calm down.
And here's the thing.
Yeah.
That fucking death match that Anna J and Taya
Ty-Con.
had,
Yeah.
that was amazing.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that.
But she hasn't done anything for me since.
Was that the first rampage of the year?
No, that was it was like a New Year's Eve or maybe the New Year's Day rampage,
Right. Crazy.
last year or 2 years ago.
That was
Something like that.
20.
Pretty
I
sure
don't
it was
fucking
this
remember.
year.
It was
it-
no.
No,
That was
I
this
think it was
year.
the
That was
21,
this year.
December of
It had to be
21.
20.
This is
It
before-
had to be 22. Had to be January 22 because it feels a long time ago.
It was
Oh,
before
no.
she got pregnant, wasn't it? Too, and before
Oh,
she
it was
got
good.
with Sammy.
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
no collision yet. I don't even think we had problems with CM Punk yet. I think life was good. I think life was good.
LG,
I don't remember.
LG lights. That's it.
You talked about the Anna J match and the Ruby Soho and Angela
December
Parker.
2021, by the way.
December 2021. I knew it.
Oh, 29, 21.
It was good times. We were still in the honeymoon. Everything was happy.
Everything
God, I
was
miss
great.
those days.
So many new signings.
You see what you ruined, you stupid son of a bitch. No,
His microphone cut off again.
yeah. No, I cut myself off because I was gonna go on a CM Punk rant, and I think
John,
we don't need
John,
that kind of toxicity.
You know he's the devil. You know Punk's the devil. So just
CM Punk is never coming back.
biggest swerve in wrestling history.
Oh man, don't get me started with that one page that I showed you guys earlier. Man, they're really.
Oh, that picture you posted.
World's
Yeah.
end. Count on
I don't
it.
even know how I would feel. Like I don't even know after all this shit.
The whole building goes quiet.
World will end.
They don't even pop. They just shut down. No,
You just hear that one guy. Hey, you just hear that one guy up in the stand somewhere. That's cool.
It's
Something like a
nosebleed.
Your workplace hazard, champ.
They're cutting to the crowd for like live shots of people excited for Punk, but it's all
Everyone-
distraught and depressed and scared for their life. Like, I can't believe this.
Look, you got to admit, Punk had a guy crying, a grown man crying, and somebody tried to.
It was a great time. It was a great time.
Baby to the man.
He should have
Crazy.
taken it. He might have rejuvenated him and reminded him what it was like to be 29.
Stem cells.
Don't
restart. No, I'm sorry. I'm just playing.
Don't get me started.
I mean, kudos to this AEW crowd in Chicago. Like they know that he's not going to return, and there's no chance for him whatsoever. And
MJF made a
hot
reference.
he did.
He
So
made a
make sure
reference to
you are
CM
right.
Punk, and the crowd didn't even get crazy.
No chance.
There wasn't like
Yeah,
CM
they did
Punk,
a-
we miss you.
They
did
cut
a-
the microphone off for that reference. That's why no one reacted.
They're in Chicago. They're like, what does that say about the way the AEW fan base feels about Punk when that doesn't even cause like anything? Like it
They've moved
These are
on.
the same fans do that all out, like literally sing on top of their lungs. Cry me a river.
Oh,
Like
That's
wow.
right. I thought though that the All Out crowd was special because it was full of people who flew in, so it wasn't like all Chicago.
Yeah.
This was like
Yeah,
straight up a Chicago crowd. This is Thanksgiving, regular as Dynamite.
true.
I mean, that's the thing to remember. Like, this is the same type of environment that blew the roof off of Rosemont Horizon Allstate Arena back at Money in the Bank 2011. But you got to remember, that's a whole different CM Punk than what a lot of people online really want to see.
Yeah, those
Very
days
true.
are done. What were you gonna say though, Richard?
No, I was just, it was completely random. This is my ADHD. I was
Oh,
gonna
man,
say,
me too.
yeah, it's all over the place. Back real quick, I'd like for at the end of the year, if MJF loses the belt, I need him to become full blown heel again. That's all I'm saying.
I think
I
I
needed that.
understand. I feel like the MJF thing has felt like. I think for
Little
the first few months it felt insincere, like because you didn't know, and then they got into this whole I was only an asshole because my friend I never had friends, and now I
Yeah.
finally got a friend, and now the
Yeah.
friend is going to do exactly what he always thought the friend was going to do. So I think there's your catalyst for him going back to being the kind of MJF he's going to be. But the thing is that you've already gone this far with the character development. It would be weird to go back to the way he was. I think you have to find a new level.
I don't think he's
for it.
going to go back to that level. However, I do think that the big thing that he's going to do is he's going to think about going back to that because, that's his backstory. He's been constantly hurt in the past by different people. That's why he, hasn't had those friends. And for Adam Cole, most likely to betray him and betray his friendship and whatnot, I think that's going to be that thing where he's going to be like teeter-tottering on the edge. Am I going to go back to those old habits? And I think that's what's going to have the crowd behind him because they're all going to be like, no, don't do it.
No.
You're our scumbag. But, we still love
Yeah.
you and we still love when you act like a face.
You've been sober of heelness for so long. Please do not dirty yourself.
Yeah, don't fall off the wagon, MJF.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Don't fall off
Exactly.
the wagon. Yeah, there you go.
That could be good. That could be good.
I see what Richard's saying, though, man. But the only problem is, then you better flourish, a big time baby face. You know what I'm saying? Like, because MJF is the big time baby face in the company right now.
So
who's going to be the next one to step up?
I've got one.
Christian is doing a great job as top heel.
Oh, phenomenal!
That is
Top
true.
heel? No, he's not a heel. He's the best dad of them all. That's a
Christian-
face to me.
Father of the year.
You want to know what my if I have any issue with the whole MJF reign right now, it's that he is like the third most compelling thing on AEW TV. Like he is not Christian is on top. You got Swerve under that. You got the rest of the Continental Classic under that. And then MJF, which is like the fourth most interesting thing. The champion should not be that low on the totem pole of interest.
You're right.
That's
John's
my
got a point. John's got a point.
Damn good point.
That's my only problem. And I guess it's a subjective one. I'm sure that he's somebody's favorite thing to tune into somewhere. But
Mom.
I'd like to meet you and talk about this. That's just my thing, because this Christian segment. Damn.
Hey, are we still going to Denny's, by the way?
Bro.
All right, see you at Denny's.
Yeah. All right, see you guys. No, but
So,
name change.
Here's the thing. Christian's fantastic. He's doing fantastic work. The fact that Nick Wayne's actual mother was in the ring, and the things that Christian was saying to this mother and that son in the ring simultaneously, I was just like, oh, it's true. His dad really is dead. His mom probably is a waitress. It's too much. It was too much, Christian.
I don't think
that line.
I don't think it's at a Denny's, though. I don't think it's at a Denny's.
Applebee's.
Quiz
GIF.
Did you say Applebee's?
No, the question I have to ask, I have one for this one for later or something. But the name change, Kill Switch. Opinion?
I don't think that's going to be a permanent name change at all.
No.
Or do you think that's a storyline thing he's doing?
I thought his mask was coming off tonight.
Yeah, I did too.
What did I do?
Yeah, he was just like, now you take that mask. Like, I thought I was like, whoa, let's not go that far.
Thought we were that close to it. It's probably going to happen at a pay-per-view, though. Maybe
At the World's End,
Maybe.
he's going to try to take the mask off, and I think that's going to be what really, sets Kill Switch Luchasaurus off. And honestly, who is it? Someone in the chat, someone in our group chat that we have put, like, if it's Kill Switch and Cage.
No, I put Kill Switch and Luchasaurus or something like that. That's what I put.
Listen, Kill Switch and Cage.
I
Though?
get what you did there. It sounds like Kill Switch Engage.
Yeah.
I see what it is.
Tony
It's one
Khan
of
needs to
those
shell
things-
out more money for them.
And Roderick Strong uses Kill Switch Engage for his intro. I think we're putting something together.
Next
here.
strong.
Let me tell you too. Goddamn, Roderick Strong is doing some fantastic work. I don't know what he's gonna go from here, but he's got to keep some kind of wacky gimmick going because I love him. And he's a great wrestler too. That's the best part. Yeah, Roddy's fantastic.
Right. Yeah.
I'm going to say something controversial, fellas.
Oh no!
Oh, here we go.
So, listen, for years, and I mentioned this on the podcast, for a long time, I have not cared really about Roddy. However,
Excuse me.
this is the first time, John, get out of here.
Excuse
This
me?
is the first time in years I've
How dare
truly
you.
enjoyed Roddy.
First fire rig.
I completely agree with you, Nick.
Thank you.
No, I get it. It's
He's been a
he
background player. He's at the front of this thing right now. He's got two lackeys.
he's doing the most compelling work he's ever done, and it's like
Absolutely.
this goofy ass gimmick, and he's screaming Adam Cole's name, but you can't. About him. You
In
can't
a
about him.
wheelchair.
He needs to keep the neck
Yeah,
brace
strong.
until he retires. The neck
More
brace needs to
than-
stay on until he retires.
We've ever had cared about Roddy Strong before. It is Thanksgiving, and we do
Thanks,
have
Marion.
comments in the chat from
There we go.
Marion,
There we
whose
go,
grandmother farted while she was prepping mac and cheese.
That wasn't.
Marion. Common problem.
It's a common problem on Thanksgiving for all you grandmothers. Plug those assholes.
Damn.
Go outside on the porch.
Guys,
You
fellas,
just-
fellas.
That's love. There's love in that mac and cheese.
There's
Eat
love
it.
right there.
And I love those
Made
parts
with
though.
love.
Oh, Graham, you take my
All right.
breath away from the smell of this mac and cheese. I love it.
All right, before we moved
Oh.
off in the Christian segment, I just wanted to say I thought it was really I didn't know where the hell they were going. Like, I don't know where. I had no clue what direction this segment was heading at any
all.
point. I didn't know what was going on. I loved it though. The whole embarrassing Luchasaurus thing. I thought he was actually going to turn, but I thought it was a little undercooked. I was like, you need more time. Don't do it yet, big boy.
Yeah. Do we think they're gonna pull the trigger like down the road? Is the question.
Yeah,
World's
yeah. I
End.
think
I'm with Richard. World's End.
I think there has to be a little more things done with Luchasaurus because it seemed to be headed to him and Christian before Edge got signed, and they were like, "Place you right here for a second. We're gonna do
Maybe
this."
Luchasaurus takes Adam's side at
Yeah.
World's End.
Oh, he become Adam Copeland's new beast.
His new son.
That'd be cool.
Ooh.
I'd enjoy that.
Changes his
Hey.
name to Alter Bridge.
Should they? Should
Ah,
they
yeah,
even-
what
what do you do? What do you do with Jack Perry? Because
so
in a
Nothing.
world-
Don't even book him.
in a world, I know a lot of CM Punk fans are like really mad. God damn, Jack Perry, how dare you provoke this grown man who can't control himself?
Man,
But I don't feel like he was like a failed project or anything like that. Well, like he
What
was.
he- his heel work was going places right before he got suspended. I think.
yeah. I
He
thought we
could,
were
yeah.
finally, for sure.
That's something.
I thought we were finally moving with him and Hook doing the whole
But
thing.
AEW hasn't missed him. I'd say. I don't think he's integral to the
Nope.
success of the company whatsoever.
Yeah, unfortunately, Sammy Guevara either.
Oh, yeah. God, he
Wow.
existed.
Wow.
People away.
He's on maternity leave because he's having a baby.
He was.
He
He
is?
was also. He had the concussion, and then they took him out of the Callis storyline, and they put Cal Fletcher in.
The Fletch.
That's right. That's right. That's
Fletcher
right.
wasn't doing anything, and his partner was injured.
Yeah.
So why not?
His partner stays injured.
Damn.
They
Nah,
say
that was
that.
fucked up though. He just came back, and there was like a freak accident in a great
Yeah.
in a great match, but fucking Christian
Getting hurt,
segment.
and Tony Khan
Great.
keeps footing the bill.
I thought they were just wild for the whole thing
Hey,
with
Tony.
Nick Wayne's mom.
That was a bit much. It was a bit
I
much.
think
I
it was-
enjoyed it though. It's wrestling.
I didn't think it was too much. Like I think it was wild. Like I think that was crazy shit. I like
The fact
I
that
think-
Nick Wayne was about to concerto his own
His
mother was
own mother.
wild.
That was
This is for
wild.
sixth grade. You pick me up, Mom. Oof.
I mean, Kurt Angle said it best recently, where he said one thing that AEW does so well for attracting a hardcore fan base is bringing the snippets of the Attitude Era. And,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that was very Attitude Era-esque.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
And I love
I
that.
mean, look,
scheme from Kurt
We
Angle.
got two Attitude Era guys involved in the thing.
yeah.
Go figure. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, now that you mentioned it, yeah.
Go figure.
I'm going to say something stunning and brave here, fellas.
Uh-oh.
So
Everyone
check
brace
it, right?
yourself.
Let's
Brace
give,
All right,
let's
listen.
give him the spotlight.
I
He's
got the
coming,
spot.
he's
This
coming.
is all me. Welcome to the Neek Show, fellas.
Everyone, go quiet. Everyone,
Slow.
go quiet.
So here's what I'm thinking. We have notice after concerto time, Adam Copeland, Edge, whatever you want to call him, he did not give a single care in the world to Nick Wayne's mother being like, no, that's my son. What he did was look right at Christian Cage. And I'm sure it might have been just a little something that wasn't going to turn into anything much. But Christian Cage kind of smirked back in a way. And I don't know. I was feeling something crazy there where it's like there's a mutual respect here, not just because it's Edge and Christian, but there was like a mutual sort of sadism between the two of them because this whole segment, both of them were the ones who did these atrocious, sadistic things. And I feel like that might be the direction for if you do bring in and bring forth, you know, an Edge and Christian tag team once again, Adam Copeland and Christian Cage as more sadists, if you will, because that's just how they acted in this segment.
So Christian
Well
is
said.
corrupting this man. I like it.
Possibly. I wouldn't mind a heel Adam Copeland down the road too. That'd be great.
I mean, I want the rated R superstar, not the rated PG star. Like,
Exactly.
you know, I'm just saying.
It's cool. It's cool to spend a little time with him at that place though, because it's exactly where he was in WWE. So he comes over at like an equal place, and then it changes afterwards. So you get the familiarity. It's like, oh, this is the Edge I knew 5 weeks ago, and then you can do all the new experimental stuff and shave his head.
Build up.
Do whatever the fuck you want to do. A build up.
I mean,
You
come
build
on
up
now,
to this
John.
new thing.
We can see the live sex show again, but with Nick Wayne's mom.
A new live sex show. Absolutely.
Wow, bad that is.
When Nick Wayne's
Oh
mom.
my God, they're gonna do the live sex celebration and they're gonna Eiffel Tower Nick Wayne's mom.
Yeah.
That's the payoff.
While he's tied up in the ropes.
That's the payoff for this whole thing. Damn, that's actually genius.
What is happening?
I watched the
idea.
shit. I watched
They
the
have to-
shit out of that.
They'd have to give some kind of like
Yeah.
catchy name too. They can't call it a sex show. It's something different.
Live,
2v1.
Coitus.
live,
2v1.
live threesome, live menage a trois, live.
Yeah, you can go several ways with it.
They'd be like,
Yeah.
blood, sweat, and fears.
Rated
It took an hour and the show has been canceled. Thank you for joining us.
Everybody
What-
pack
what-
it up. Go home.
Wednesdays are free again.
Sell your equipment.
I guess we talked about pretty much everything. The Tony Storm thing was we didn't praise it enough.
I actually have
It
a
It was
question.
fantastic.
Yes, Caesar.
Since you just brought that up, John, I was gonna say this earlier, but we all got really heavy into different areas. I'll say in subtlety. With Tony Storm, sorry, timeless Tony Storm. Don't want to get it wrong.
There you
Don't
go,
want to
get
get
it
us
right.
canceled. And I don't want to get Luther after me.
Luther.
Who could we see going up against her next in the storyline situation for the belt?
Looks-
If we have a challenger,
I
Weirdly,
mean, it looks like Sky Blue.
yeah,
do
I
we
was
think
gonna
Sky
say-
Blue?
yeah, but it's
They
because they
hinted for
did the hint already, and I thought that was weird because I was like, didn't you just lose the secondary title shot? Like, shouldn't you be
Yeah.
under the bottom of
That's
the?
what I'm saying. Yeah.
Why are
under the
you
bottom of the
here?
ranking. And
Oh,
there's
guys, I just thought about it.
Yeah.
Long-term booking with Tony Storm. All right, fast forward next summer. Mercedes Moné is over here, right? Her and Tony Storm get into it. Tony Storm ends up corrupting Mercedes.
Okay.
She becomes some form of starlet from the 1950s, and that's when they introduced the women's tag team titles. They're the first tag team champs.
I would literally jump off a roof. No, I can't. No, but that's just me because I can't stand the idea of a women's tag title belt, and it's not because I don't want women to have another segment on television.
Sounds like you
be-
don't, John. You're being
it's be-
misogynistic.
It's
We're getting
because
canceled.
it's because
Well,
I
2 minutes
don't-
later, canceled again.
there's not enough women's tag teams, and it's not just putting together two people who are like, well, you're not doing anything. Let's put you together. Like, I mean, like. You get wrestlers that start up together, like they're like, we've been tag teamed our whole life. We were growing up in school together. We
shared a
dressed the same. We got together at the beginning of our career, and we've been together ever since. Like we sleep on the same bed and we kiss each other.
What?
There's only ever been like
What is
3 tag
happening?
teams.
That's tag team.
There's only ever been 3 tag teams like that.
There's a lot of tag teams that have real emotional, personal connections, and I don't think there's many women's tag teams like that. Not enough to support.
It could be Tony Storm and Jamie
Mariah.
Hayter, because they
Yeah,
used to
I
live
was gonna say
together.
Mariah May.
Jamie
Mariah May,
Hayter
because
and
they're
Tony Storm used to live together, bro.
I like they did that thing with the fingers because we don't know if that's what they did when they lived together.
This got a little dark, didn't it? No,
I forgot.
for the longest time, Richard, I actually do agree with you because, man, I think we all can agree. I want to see more of the women shine in AEW bad. So bad. I mean, I want to see Deep back. I want to see Thunder Rosa back. I want to see shit. Give us some originals on there, and I'm not saying Riho. Okay, I would love
Why wouldn't you say Rio? What the fuck is wrong with Rio? Hold the fuck on.
Oh my god.
Hold on.
somebody's
Pitch
a
forks
real
and twerks
Hold
coming out now.
on.
Get him.
Flip the table.
He doesn't do it for me, bro. I mean, there's
she
matches
should.
out there. she's a really good talent. Don't get me wrong, but she doesn't. I don't know. She's just not believable as a champion. She's 98 pounds soaking wet. And just,
that is
And she did a
really.
promo.
There's a word for that against skinny people. Skinniest, skinny racist. Skinny people can do things too. Okay. Right.
Imagine
Every
her
minute we're
beating
getting
Jamie
canceled again.
Hayter.
All
Reno
boys
beating
matter.
Jamie Hayter. Does that make sense in reality?
Yeah,
No.
because it happens in real life. You've watched like literally the first 10 years, like the first 4 years of USC was a bunch of mismatched, big fat 500-pound dudes getting whipped out by Royce Gracie. like it's real. Like this happens. There's nothing. I mean, at some point there's a level of believability that has to happen in wrestling for sure.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
it's not so unbelievable just because she's smaller than other wrestlers. I think if
She
you can
can't
say
promo, John.
she, which company is this?
John's got a point.
Hold on a second. No, but I just think there's
she promo.
if she's not going to be believable, I think there needs to be another reason other than her being smaller than other people, because small people win matches against larger people all the time by submission, by roll up, by fucking striking. It just happens. So I don't think that's a reason for her to be unbelievable.
But what's her gimmick, John?
She wins.
That's my future
Her
gimmick,
gimmick
fellas.
is she was already the women's champion for all this time. So she is already established as someone who can win. So the thing about being able to believe that she can win, I think should be out the window. She's been champion already. And there's so many girls in the company who tried and failed to be champion. They all sit under Riho right now. It's unbelievable that they can beat Riho.
I respect her accomplishments. She's just never done nothing for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I admit
canceled.
It's happening here.
there are some parts of sports entertainment that we can throw on the scale and not worry about the balance. And a Nick Wayne's mom live Christian and Ed sex celebration is probably one of the things I would.
My God,
I'd take it to the next level.
Guys, it's been a good show. We're canceled.
Yeah,
every minute has been another cancellation since
I love how it's my fault. I came on here and I fucked it all up for everybody.
It's okay.
Goddamn degenerate. I let the NXT guys go last night and they were like civil and they had a great, intelligent conversation. And I came here and I was talking about titties.
Here's the thing. This AEW crowd of ours, we're a rowdy bunch. You're not going to get a lot of civility.
You're going to get a Wayne's mom chant pretty soon going.
I think we're the alternative.
There you go.
No,
that's why we volunteered for this segment.
I promise next week I'll let you guys do your thing. I won't come in here and fuck it up. But
and before we call you out to join us again,
he's here. I know he's here because somebody's clicking all this shit.
Get in here now.
Wayne's mom.
Megastar of the night.
It's about that time though.
It is.
And Nick Wayne's mom is my choice for sure for Megastar of the night.
If anyone beats me to Denny's, can you guys order for me?
She took a hell of a bump, dog. Listen, all seriousness.
Yeah,
she took a hell of a bump, and I think her head hit the ropes.
Remember too, you've got that giant spiky shoulder piece that Luchasaurus has on Killswitch that went right towards her face as well.
But is it what's it made of? Is the question I was going to ask.
What it's made of? Those are like little pointy things going at you.
The mask,
vibranium. Those are vibranium.
Bone, dinosaur bone, his own bone, his calcium.
Yeah, things that will eventually be crushed into fossil fuels.
Oh, it's the bones of his mother.
Oh, okay,
oh
Cubone.
My God.
Cubone.
Cubonosaurus. Luchasaurus' new name, Killswitch. Where we like, should that be a thing or should they run away from that when he turns back?
No, that should be put under the rug and then the rug should be set on fire and not stepped on.
Killswitch.
Here he is, straight from the dinosaur era.
I love how over the top that shit was, though. He's like,
he's engaging.
And poor Nick Wayne could not keep his composure. He's corpsing the whole time.
Oh,
So hard.
He's laughing in Nick and Christian's face.
He's 19. He's just doing the best he can. He's doing the best he
I
can.
thought he was 18.
And Christian is just so damn good. It's over the top nonsense. I love Christian. I love it. See, sports entertainment is not always bad, man. Like
That's
I
a
said,
good
it's not.
example of sports
It's
entertainment.
just
They make it
Christian
work.
heel.
And it enhances everyone that's a part of this whole storyline.
It's just WWE has pretty good sports entertainment right now. So I was like, you guys should do the other thing because they're doing their own thing and everyone already
Violence.
likes it.
They're doing it really good.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm totally over the Judgment Day versus a bunch of baby faces
Thank
already.
you.
Yeah.
I'm so
It gets
sick
that
of it.
way. It gets there. It definitely gets there. I was
Same
thinking about
people
that with the
fighting
MJF.
for 5 months.
I was thinking that maybe the reason people were so bothered by the MJF thing now is because maybe it went longer than it could, because it was supposed to end with the Adam Cole.
Yeah. If he didn't injure his foot,
If he didn't
This
mess his
is
foot
done.
up, so maybe we're taking it too far now. Maybe that's why people are feeling the way they feel. But you guys, who did you think was your megastar of the night? Are we all agreeing it's Nick Wayne's mom?
Nick Wayne's mom.
His mom.
We have officially decided it's unanimous. 5.
To Gary,
Wayne's
to
mom.
Gary, how do you feel, Gary? He's just a circle face right now, but
He's pretty face bombing.
Gary had something come up.
we might have lost him. But so
I miss you, Gary.
I guess last night,
Oh, we lost John again. He was
last
thinking
night,
about
I
Nick
did
Wayne's mom.
last night I did the Jobber of the Night thing, and
Nick Wayne's
I
mom
did,
still.
I'm not on the NXT show, but I did bring it up.
One
this
hit, she was down.
I brought it up that it was time for the segment, and CJ had an interesting twist on it. My input gain keeps jumping away from me, and I can't like set it to stick. It just controls itself, which is the worst.
Auto sensitivity.
Yeah, it's very sensitive to my sensual voice, I guess.
Cue careless whisper.
Dirt Sheet Live.
But CJ brought up.
Whoa. Is everything
That
okay,
was
Gary?
Gary.
After dark.
Gary, we're here. We'll help you.
Gary came
Blink
back
twice.
with pizzazz. He came
Need
back and
help.
wanted everybody to know.
So sorry about that, fellas. Stuck using my phone because my iMac is being a piece of shit.
Rest in peace, iMac.
I'm against Apple as a person.
That's the jobber of the night is Gary's iMac.
Gary's like Jobber of the Night. No, I guess. See, CJ had an interesting twist on. He was like, okay, well, is it the person that lost and looked the best, or is it like the loser? And I was like, well, that's not like if I was. He made me feel bad for being negative. I was like, oh, maybe I should. Maybe it should be. Maybe it should be the person who lost and looked the best. But I thought. So I mean, I guess I'll leave it up to you guys.
Oh, I was gonna go Anna Jay, but I'm gonna go back, double back around to Jay Lethal. Actually,
Ooh, Jobber tonight, Jay Lethal, because he has no fucking heat. No,
Jobber every night. Jay Lethal.
damn,
Unfortunately.
goddamn, painful. What do you stand on that, Gary? Since we lost you for so damn long.
Oh yeah, so Jobber of the Night. I can't disagree with Richard on this one. Unfortunately, I'm going to go with Lethal myself.
Good match.
Megastar of the Night. Nick Wade's mom all day long.
Yeah!
Yes.
Five. Perfect five.
Unanimous.
Five.
Yeah,
Daddy's Grand
Let's
Slam
go.
time, boys.
let's go.
She
Les,
played her
we're-
role beautifully. Like, cool. No. I gotta say though, yeah, 2 streams in a row that I'm gonna say Swerve. Like, just something about the guy.
Yeah.
He's doing
to be
the
honest.
damn work right now.
Yeah, if we're on a serious note, I
So-
do agree with him.
Gonna go
Yeah.
with Swerve.
Swerve.
Same.
He's right.
I picked him
We're being
up.
serious.
No, honorable mention is Nick Wayne's mom though. For
There you go.
Megastar.
Honorable mention.
Yeah.
There you go.
TK, watch DSR. We'll give you some creative ideas. Live sex show. That was Raw's highest rated show. You will make AEW surpass Raw with that show.
Yeah. The day they
Yeah.
put Nick Wayne's mom in the live the Eiffel Tower celebration.
Yep,
I
yep.
got it. I got
2
it.
million viewers.
They have to give it a catchy name, like the Eiffel Tower match or something.
No, it's the Eiffel Tower celebration. You don't know what you're tuning in for. You do it in France. You shoot it in France.
I'll
You
translate.
Slam.
This is AEW's French debut.
Bienvenue chez Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, we're international now, baby.
All right. Speaking of being on your back and getting destroyed, Jobber of the Night, fellas. Come on, that was fun. That was a good. Come on.
I see what you did there.
All right, listen. Jobber of the Night, I have to say, and he didn't have a match, but it was AR Fox. He took one headbutt, went down, and that was it.
What was he even trying to do? What was he even saying? Like, I get it, bro. Like, what do you get? What do you mean you get it? You've never been in this position that he's been in right now. Like, what are you saying? Why were you here? You deserve that headbutt.
You haven't even seen me in a while. And all of a sudden, like, you walk up and try and tell Wardlow what to do, and then just like, boom. And that's it. Just laid out one headbutt.
AR Fox is also forever jobbing.
He deserved that for being nosy.
If we're gonna throw out names for jobbers, was it Cool Hand Ange? Because he didn't answer the phone. That's why.
He lied. He said it was like his grandma or something, right?
Yeah, he looked at it. It's like,
he is the jobber of the night because it should always be bros before hoes. What's wrong with you? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Daddy Magic will figure it out.
They'll scream, not figure it out. Scream it.
I guess that's us, though. I mean, we didn't really miss anything. It was a sweet show. We had a lot of fun. We talked our shit.
Those two matches were awesome.
Good show. I think it was a good recap of a good Dynamite.
You guys got anything you want to plug to the fun people watching at home?
Nope. That's it. All right. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
You can't find them anywhere but here.
Find no socials. No socials.
We have no socials.
Yeah, I feel like an ad to the thing, but it's just like vaping. I don't even think people give a shit if they're not vaping. But
they vape. I think they vape because you can vape more than just tobacco. You know.
Yeah, I review all of that too. All the above. Yeah. I review all that. But follow me on Twisted's Wrestling Talk. I'm gonna start posting wrestling videos.
Oh yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Ooh. Yeah, you guys can find me on
we got our
Twitch.
Okay, cool.
Shit. Honor the Elite, strictly an AEW guy through and through. John knows this more than anybody.
AEW.
And thinking about doing a special live feed on location outside of Dynamite next Wednesday. I'm thinking about maybe going live on my Facebook, and maybe, John, I can try to share you the link, and then maybe you can try to steer it on DSR or something. I don't know how that would work, but
yeah, there's a way to do it. I'll say that it's a little more than sharing a link, but there's a way to do it. For sure.
There's a will. There's a way.
There's no Will here. I don't think I know a guy named Will, unfortunately.
What about Hobbs?
I know of a Wills. I know many Wales, but I don't know. I don't know any.
Did he say Wales?
I don't know any Wills personally. I don't think.
Do I know any Wills personally?
Do you guys? I don't know a dude named Will. I don't know. William.
I know a William, but he goes by like Bill and Billy.
Yeah, they always go by Bill. Nobody likes to be a William.
That sucks. You all suck. Bunch of blind ass.
Straight up.
We lost the Billy crowd. We'll be back though. I mean, we'll be back next week with this crew. We'll also be back on Friday with the SmackDown crew. On Saturday for the pay-per-view. I don't know how it works with Collision because they're supposed to be a Collision show. Like, I don't understand how I'm supposed to do that. That really ruins my life.
Maybe do it Sunday night, John, or something. I don't know.
Maybe, but I gotta breathe. I need that day.
Saturday night, night for fights. Sure.
No, I feel like maybe I'm gonna try to watch both at the same time. I know a lot of people who are on the Survivor Series thing are like WWE only. But
I'll watch Collision first.
At the same time,
Survivor Series after.
I watch them both at the same time because I really want to laugh when CM Punk doesn't show up. Like, I want to have
such a live reaction.
I want to have such a good time when CM Punk does not show up. Like that's gonna be so fun.
For sure.
John,
dude-
please add that to the format for what we talk about on the podcast later.
Oh, that'll be on there. That'll be on there.
It's happening.
But that's us for tonight, and we'll see you guys next week.
And tune in
GGs.
tomorrow morning for the Dirt Sheet Radio podcast.
Tune in tomorrow morning for the Jersey Radio podcast. Let's fucking go!
Yeah. Adam.
Adam!
We're going to jail. We can't do this.
See you guys at Denny's.